how difficult is it for a partner to learn about their addicted spouse's sexual behaviors, to not just what happened, but this kind of education that you're talking about, we then have to do after the initial discovery, which is its own learning. But do you also find difficulty in them then onboarding some of the education that you're talking about?
Yeah, it's so difficult, right? Now they've stepped into a world that they never thought they would be a part of.
Right.
They learn things they never even knew existed. And it's horrific to think that this man that I love and admire, the father of my children, this person who is so respected in the community and in his career, could be living this secret life. It's overwhelming. However, this is a very controversial issue, right? Because women will say, well, why do I have to know? I don't want to know. And then they'll say, oh no, I need to know everything. And what I try to do is get a balance with disclosure. So I want to empower women to say, I understand this is painful, but you need to know who you're married to. You need to have the full truth. The truth is important. I personally don't believe that you can have a healthy relationship without truth. And again, people will disagree and say, well, they don't need to know about my sex life before we got married. I disagree with that. I think that you should know each other. I think you should talk about that. You're making a very important decision to get married and commit your life to someone. Even if you're in a committed relationship, I think you should talk about sex before you have sex. I think I want to know who you are sexually before I decide to give my whole self to you in such an intimate way. So I do believe in the truth. But what I do with disclosure is I empower the partners to say, you want to know the truth, so then you can start to heal and go forward. And I want your husband to look you in the eye and tell you the truth. Because there can be, in my opinion, no intimacy without honesty. The one part that I do try to do in disclosure is I be careful of the details that they're given. They do need to know the sexual acts. They need to know websites and email accounts. They need to know the pattern of behavior that their husband was engaging in. They need to know the types of sexuality, whether that was unprotected vaginal intercourse or giving and receiving oral sex. I do believe they need to know the acts. What I try to shield the partner from is things like she had big breasts, any adjectives, any emotions. I liked it. I didn't like it. It was nothing like that at all. We're just giving you the facts. During disclosure, there's no apology or explanation. It's just, I'm going to sit and look you in the face and I'm going to tell you the truth of what I've done. Some partners come to us and they've already seen videos and text exchanges and Facebook exchanges. So they've already got all these details in their mind that are so painful. It takes me longer to help a client heal when they've had the details of some of those things. So we do try to do some protection of what's not helpful. It's just hurtful, but we do want you to know the full truth. And if there's something that's really important for you to know, then I try to facilitate talking about, why do you need to know that? Why would that be important to you? If it's a detail, we talk it through. And if it's something really important, then I do ask the betrayer to go ahead and share it with her. So we are here to really help the partner, whatever she needs. But of course, she's looking to us as professionals to give her guidance and advice. So, it's not a cookie cutter process. But again, talking about it, I think is so important.
Absolutely.